best possible recommendations, absolute best results. Today's professional environment is such that it is impossible for typical citizens to get the absolutely essential advice provided in this course from any other professional or group of professionals. To do its job, government has created jobs to stimulate the economy by creating entire industries that specifically avoid addressing issues on taxation and law and make it practically impossible for anyone to assimilate the reliable truth on either of these issues. It has also created jobs by adding heavy regulation to the financial services industry that makes it impossible for anyone who is not professionally licensed to access company or personally applicable pricing information or the basic expertise provided in this course. This course has made the best possible recommendations to give you the absolute best possible results as you apply them, and the tax and interest workbook has demonstrated how you personally can achieve these results. This course has explained and demonstrated the urgency of leveraging time, has recommended implementing all 5 steps for observing, rather than just 1 or 2 principles, all 3 principles in combination for achieving maximum possible financial prosperity, has demonstrated by comparison which category and which type of retirement vehicle provides for the most effective observation of all 3 principles in combination, has provided additional guidance on avoiding annual contribution limitations, excess contribution tax penalties, early and late distribution tax penalties, and minimum distribution requirements, has explained and demonstrated that whereas little, if any, wealth can be achieved merely by means of traditional methods, great wealth can be achieved in recognition of the compound synergy among exercising your constitutional and lawful rights and privileges, complying with the obligations of the actual language of the law, and cooperating with the standards of professional and governmental practice. And perhaps most important, has explained and demonstrated the sub-steps for generating at least 8 additional streams of income to overcome the wealth accumulation affordability issue and to fund a wealth account with little or literally nothing out of pocket, thanks again to the compound synergy. This course, its tax and interest workbook, and its many accompanying free supplemental materials and resource links have helped you recognize that implementing all 5 steps for observing all 3 principles in combination for achieving maximum possible financial prosperity gives you the absolute best possible results. This course has equipped and empowered you with a high level of practical expertise for strategic tax planning, strategic legal planning, and strategic financial planning without the typical heavy cost of professional advice and assistance. You have not needed to meet with a tax or legal professional, and although you do need to consult with a financial professional to implement the final step for observing all 3 principles in combination for achieving maximum possible financial prosperity, you will not incur any cost for professional advice and assistance unless you specifically seek out the type of financial professional who is licensed for charging fees for such professional advice and assistance. When you do meet with a financial professional, you will know what you want, you will know what to discuss, and you will know whether the professional is offering you the right advice and the right product that will help you fully realize your financial prosperity goals. Email your first name, state, phone number, and the best time to reach you with a remote assistance in establishing 1 or more permanently risk-free, tax-free, compound interest-bearing wealth accounts. No salesperson will visit. Advantageous application. How are you benefiting from all of this? With the comparison of the categories of retirement vehicles, the in-depth consideration of the best type of retirement vehicle for observing all 3 principles in combination, and the review of the keys to the elements of the strategic planning secret, you are not only keenly aware of what to avoid, but also what to do, and you are positioning yourself for achieving maximum possible financial prosperity. Let us review. Your 5th step is to develop an additional 6-figure income. Add to your strategy a specific plan to amass as much wealth as efficiently and quickly as possible by utilizing the only retirement vehicle that most effectively observes all three principles in combination for achieving maximum possible financial prosperity. Strategically arranging your affairs has helped you afford to do so by reducing the size of one of your largest expenses by means of strategic tax planning. By keeping your specific methods and their extremely profitable nature private from those who would otherwise rob or scorn you by means of strategic legal planning, and by eliminating market losses by means of strategic financial planning. The fourth synergy exists between generating additional streams of income and funding a permanently risk-free, tax-free, compound interest-bearing retirement account, in that consistent accumulation of wealth is affordable by using the additional streams of income as funding, and your wealth-generating efforts are accelerated by doing so. The fifth, compound synergy for incomparably amplifying your prosperity exists among strategic tax planning, strategic legal planning, and strategic financial planning, in that implementing all three of these elements makes it possible both to exercise your constitutional and lawful rights and privileges while complying with the obligations of the actual language of the law and cooperating with the standards of professional and governmental practice, and to maintain your appearance. That is, enjoy a measure of financial prosperity you could not otherwise achieve without also drawing adverse attention or consequences to yourself. Just as using a compound pulley can make it extremely easy to elevate a heavy load, the most reliable, most effective combination of methods in recognition of compound synergy can make it extremely easy to realize great wealth. Just as concrete is reinforced with steel bars, your foundation for financial prosperity is reinforced by means of this compound synergy, and your wealth generation is enhanced, magnified, accelerated, and unrestricted. What do you need to do? Establish at least one new IUL contract. Executing at least one Index Universal Life or IUL insurance contract will give you the absolute best possible results, allowing you to generate an additional stream of income in the form of interest. Realistically, an annual six-figure tax-free income for the rest of your life. Why settle for ho-hum income when you can enjoy hoo-hoo income? By organizing your business in your state, by obtaining membership in at least one private, lawfully income tax-free organization, and by establishing at least one new IUL contract, you are exercising your constitutional and lawful rights and privileges while complying with your obligations of the actual language of the law and cooperating with the standards of professional and governmental practice. Thanks to compound synergy, you are also reinforcing your foundation for financial prosperity, accelerating your wealth-generating efforts, and enhancing and magnifying your wealth-generating power without restriction, all the while maintaining your appearance, not drawing adverse attention or consequences to yourself, and enjoying maximum possible financial prosperity that you could not otherwise achieve. Without the three elements of the compound synergy, you simply could not realize the illustrated additional annual six-figure tax-free income for the rest of your life, since you simply could not generate the illustrated compound interest unless you could afford on your own to make the kind of permanently risk-free, tax-free compound interest-bearing wealth account contributions that your reduced and avoided tax and interest costs can make for you. Email your first name, state, phone number, and the best time to reach you with assistance in implementing all 5 steps for observing all 3 principles in combination for achieving maximum possible financial prosperity.